Hey, Stoic friends, act as if you are the best, not out of arrogance, but out of certainty, out of unshakable inner truth. The world doesn't hand crowns to the hesitant. It rewards the ones who walk in like they already own it. Confidence isn't something you wait to feel. It's something you decide to embody, right now, in this moment. You don't need more validation. You don't need more approval. What you need is alignment with your highest self, the version of you that already knows, I'm not here to compete. I'm here to dominate my purpose. Marcus Aurelius said, "You have power over your mind, not outside events. Realize this, and you will find strength." That strength? It's already within you. You just have to stop denying it. Epictetus didn't look to others for worth. He said, "No man is free who is not master of himself." You don't master the world by conquering it. You master it by mastering your own mind. Seneca said, "It is not because things are difficult that we do not dare. It is because we do not dare that they are difficult." So today, you dare. You step up. You stop waiting to be chosen, and you choose yourself. You walk into every room like you belong there. You speak like your voice matters, because it does. You act like you are the best, because the belief comes first, the results come second. The world mirrors your energy. It responds to how you see yourself. So what if you acted like no one was better than you? Not in ego, but in certainty. Not in pride, but in purpose. This isn't about pretending. This is about reclaiming. Because you've forgotten who you are, and it's time to remember. Welcome to my channel. If you're ready to level up your mindset, your power, and your peace, like this video, comment your favorite quote, and subscribe for weekly wisdom that doesn't just inspire, it transforms. This is your time, not to hope, but to rise. Let's begin. Number 1. Know your worth without proof. Marcus Aurelius wrote, "It never ceases to amaze me. We all love ourselves more than other people, but care more about their opinions than our own." And that's the trap. You're born whole, but the world teaches you to doubt it, to wait for approval, to ask for permission, to gather proof before you believe. But the Stoics had a different philosophy, one that flipped that entire equation upside down. They taught that you don't earn your worth. You realize it. You don't wait for someone else to say you matter. You decide you do, right now, without needing a reason, without needing results. Confidence doesn't begin after success. Confidence creates success. You don't become worthy after they clap. You stand tall before they even look. You don't wait to be seen. You move like someone who already knows who they are. The world won't believe in you until you believe in yourself. The promotion won't come. The respect won't land. The influence won't stick until you walk like you already have it. That's the paradox. When you act like you're the best, people begin to treat you that way. Not because of the act, but because of the energy behind it. Epictetus said, "First say to yourself what you would be, and then do what you have to do." That's self-command. That's identity in motion. You decide who you are. You carry that standard. You speak from that place. You hold that line, especially when no one's watching, when no one's cheering, when the results haven't shown up yet. Knowing your worth without proof isn't delusion, it's discipline. It's the highest form of emotional maturity, because you're no longer a slave to circumstances. You're no longer up and down with likes, comments, paychecks, or titles. You've grounded yourself in something deeper, your own standard. So, from this moment forward, no more shrinking, no more second guessing, no more waiting to be chosen. You choose yourself. You speak with weight. You carry yourself with presence. Not because it's been confirmed, but because you confirmed it. Internally, quietly, powerfully. Walk like you're already the one. Sit like you own the space. Speak like your words matter. Because they do. Act as if you're the best, not to impress them, but to remind yourself of who you are. You don't need to convince anyone. You live it. You embody it. You become it. You go first. The world catches up. Number 2, conquer the voice of doubt. Epictetus said, "No man is free who is not master of himself." That mastery begins in the mind, where the battle is constant and invisible. The voice of doubt whispers in moments of opportunity. It shows up when you're about to speak, when you're about to act, when you're about to rise. It doesn't scream, it questions. Are you sure? What if you fail? Who do you think you are? And that's the trap. The moment you hesitate, it gains strength. The moment you delay, it takes root. But here's the truth. That voice isn't yours. It's fear wearing the mask of reason. It's insecurity dressed up like intelligence. It sounds like protection, but it's sabotage. Because its mission is to keep you small, to keep you stuck, to keep you from becoming everything you know you can be. Stoic warriors understood this. They knew that self-mastery isn't just about controlling your actions. It's about dominating your thoughts. It's about standing guard at the gate of your mind and deciding what enters. And doubt? Doubt doesn't get in. Doubt doesn't get to sit at the table. Doubt doesn't get to speak louder than your purpose. So, the next time that voice arises, and it will, don't argue with it. Don't reason with it. Don't try to make it understand. Just observe it, recognize it, and then move anyway. Speak anyway. Create anyway. Show up anyway. Because power isn't the absence of doubt. It's the refusal to let doubt lead. Confidence isn't built in silence. It's built in action. Every time you speak, when your voice shakes. Every time you step forward, when fear says stay. Every time you choose belief over hesitation, you are winning. Not just the outer battle, but the inner one. The one that defines everything. Seneca wrote, "We suffer more in imagination than in reality." That's the voice of doubt in action, feeding you illusions, not truths. Feeding you worst-case scenarios, not real outcomes. You beat it by grounding yourself in what's real. Your ability, your progress, your commitment, your potential. When your inner critic rises, don't listen, lead. When it says you're not enough, prove it wrong, not by arguing, but by doing. Action is the antidote to self-doubt. Movement destroys hesitation. Discipline silences fear. You're not here to ask for permission. You're here to perform. You're not here to wait for validation. You're here to walk with vision. Doubt is just noise. You are the signal. So stop negotiating with the voice that never wanted you to win. Dominate it. Replace it. Outgrow it. This is how warriors think. This is how Stoics rise. They conquer themselves first. So, they can conquer anything else. You're not your thoughts. You're the one who decides which thoughts matter. Choose power. Choose clarity. Choose action. Let doubt drown in your discipline. Number 3, live with a standard, not a status. Seneca wrote, "He who is brave is free." And that bravery begins when you stop living for appearance and start living by principle. The world screams for attention. It flashes titles, likes, luxury, applause. But a Stoic moves in silence, grounded in something deeper. Standards, not image, not hype, not popularity. Just a quiet, unwavering commitment to live with integrity every single day. You don't need status to have value. You don't need followers to be a leader. You don't need titles to be powerful. What you need is alignment between your words and your actions, between your intentions and your behavior. That's where true strength lives, because anyone can pretend to be important. Few can carry themselves with discipline when no one is watching. Your standard is your code. It's how you speak when others gossip, how you move when others panic, how you show respect, especially to those who can offer you nothing in return. It's how you respond under pressure. It's how you show up when it's not convenient. It's how you do the small things, because how you do anything is how you do everything. Don't let the world drag you into its shallow games. Status fades, standards last. One is about how things look. The other is about what things are. And people can feel it. Even if they don't know why, they sense it. When you walk into a room, your standard enters before you speak. When you talk, your discipline echoes in every word. When you act, your purpose sets the tone. That's real power, not volume, not flash, but presence. Earned through consistency, forged through commitment. Marcus Aurelius never cared for praise. He led with principle. Epictetus had no wealth, but he lived like a king because his soul was aligned. Seneca died with honor, not followers, because that's what the Stoic understands. It's not what the world gives you, it's what you give yourself through how you live. The modern world is obsessed with validation, but you don't need the world to approve of your path. You need you to respect it. Look in the mirror. That's the only judgment that truly matters. Are you proud of how you carry yourself? Are you aligned with your principles? If the answer is yes, you're already ahead of 99% of the world. Let them chase clout, you chase character. Let them chase trends, you chase truth. Let them chase comfort, you chase discipline. You're not here to impress, you're here to embody. So, raise your standards. Speak clearly, act boldly. Choose respect over attention. Choose humility over hype. Choose self-respect over status. That's how warriors rise. That's how leaders walk. That's how Stoics live. And when the storm hits, and it will, your standard is what will hold you steady. While others break, you'll remain. While others flinch, you'll endure. Because you weren't built on applause. You were built on principle. And no one can take that from you. That's power. That's freedom. That's the path. Number 4. Master emotional control. Marcus Aurelius said, "You have power over your mind, not outside events. Realize this, and you will find strength." Let that hit you. Let that sink into your bones, because once you understand that truth, not just intellectually, but viscerally, your life will never be the same. Acting like the best doesn't mean being the loudest in the room. It doesn't mean showing off, forcing your presence, or chasing recognition. It means controlling yourself when the world tries to shake you. It means staying rooted when everything else is trying to pull you out of character. In the world of Stoicism, emotional control is the highest form of power. Anyone can lash out, anyone can react. But to pause, to breathe when triggered, to choose your response instead of being owned by emotion, that's rare, that's regal, that's Stoic. Think about the last time you got angry. Did it help? Did it fix anything? Or did it cost you peace, clarity, and control? Every time you let anger take the wheel, you hand your power over to the thing or the person that triggered you. And that's not dominance, that's slavery. The Stoics knew this. That's why they trained their minds like warriors. They understood. The real fight is not out there, it's in here. So train for that moment. When someone disrespects you, don't react. Pause. That moment of silence is not weakness, it's strategy, it's strength. Because in that pause, you buy yourself time. You reclaim your clarity. You respond with power instead of impulse. When you lose something important, pause. That emotion rising in your chest, let it rise. Let it pass. Observe it. Don't become it. You are not the storm. You are the sky it passes through. You are not the anger. You are the awareness watching it burn out. That's where your freedom lives. You don't need to be emotionless. You need to be emotionally disciplined. Anger, frustration, sadness, these are human. But you don't let them drive. You acknowledge them, you learn from them, and then you move with purpose, not passion. Epictetus said, "It's not what happens to you, but how you react to it that matters." That is the creed of the Stoic. That is the mindset of a master. Let the world throw chaos your way. You will remain composed. Let others lash out and flail. You will stand still and strong. Let them lose themselves. You will find yourself again and again in the fire. Control is the quiet killer of weakness. It's what separates the reactive from the refined, the fragile from the focused. You cannot be ruled by emotion and expect to lead. You cannot seek wisdom and live in outbursts. Power, respect, presence, it all begins with self-command. So train yourself every day. Catch your reactions, notice your patterns, and when the pressure builds, remember the pause. That stillness, that's your weapon. Use it. You're not here to be a puppet for your emotions. You're here to be a master of your state. So choose the harder path. Choose composure over chaos. Choose response over reaction. Choose strength over surrender. That's how you act like the best. Calm, grounded, unshakable. Because control isn't something you're born with. It's something you build. Number 5, expect to win, but stay humble. Seneca wrote, "A gem cannot be polished without friction, nor a man perfected without trials." That means your struggles are not your setbacks. They are your sharpening stones. You don't need life to be easy, to feel powerful. You need life to be real, because it's in the realness, the discomfort, the challenge, the resistance, that your true potential is revealed. And once you know that, you stop doubting yourself when things get hard. You stop hesitating when the stakes rise. You shift from hoping things will go your way to expecting that you'll win regardless of the way they go. Expect to win. That's the mindset. Not from ego, not from entitlement, but from the calm, practiced confidence that comes from inner discipline. You train, you prepare, you work in silence. And then, when the moment arrives, you walk in like you belong. Because you do. You don't need the room to affirm your worth. You affirm it through the way you walk, the way you speak, the way you carry yourself when no one is watching. You don't act like the best to impress others. You do it to live up to your own potential. And that's the power of Stoic self-belief. But here's the part most people miss. Stay humble. Expect to win, but don't expect the world to owe you anything. Confidence is quiet, humility is strong, and ego is loud and fragile. It screams for validation. It crumbles under pressure. But when you carry yourself with humility, you remain grounded even when the world lifts you up. You stay focused even when people applaud, because you know the work isn't done. You're not done. The best don't stop because they win. They keep going because they're built for more. Marcus Aurelius ruled the Roman Empire, but reminded himself daily of his mortality. That's the Stoic reminder. Memento mori. You are powerful, but not invincible. You are rising, but not superior. The mountain you climb today can become the foundation for someone else tomorrow. So rise with strength, but move with grace. You don't need to announce your greatness. You need to live it. Let your preparation speak. Let your standards show. Let your results echo louder than your words. And in all of that, remain a student. Always learning. Always refining. That's the mindset that wins. That's the mindset that lasts. Act as if you are the best, not because you've arrived, but because you're walking the path with purpose. Expect to win. Stay humble, and let your life be the loudest thing in the room. Number 6, prepare like a warrior, execute like a king. Epictetus taught, first say to yourself what you would be, and then do what you have to do. That's not just a call to action, it's a code. Before you show up in the world, show up in your mind. Define who you are. Set your identity, not based on who you've been, but who you're becoming. Then back it up with preparation so intense, so intentional, that when your moment comes, you don't flinch, you don't hesitate. You execute like royalty because you trained like a warrior. The Stoics practiced premeditatio malorum, the mental rehearsal of adversity. They visualized failure, rejection, pain, not to create fear, but to eliminate surprise, to make calm their default and precision their instinct. That's the difference between the average and the elite. The average hopes things go well. The elite prepares for anything and adapts with power when the storm hits. You don't rise in the moment. You rise in the preparation. You rise in the early mornings when no one's watching. You rise in the discipline to say no to distractions. You rise in the choice to train your mind, to master your emotions, to study your craft until it's etched into your bones. When the lights are off, that's when kings are made. And when the lights come on, you don't fake the crown. You wear it because you earned it. Those who act like the best don't rely on luck. They rely on systems, on repetition, on structure, on relentless refinement. Their confidence isn't a facade. It's the result of hours, days, years of preparation that most people never see. That's why they move different. That's why they lead. They didn't just show up. They were forged in the fire of repetition and resilience. Discipline builds confidence. Every small act of preparation is a deposit into your mental account. When the moment comes, you don't withdraw courage. You cash in what you've already earned. And freedom? Freedom comes from structure, from having a plan, from knowing that whatever happens, you've already been there in your mind. You've already fought that battle in silence. And now you walk into it with clarity and control. So train like it matters. Study like it's life or death. Visualize like it's already yours. Because the ones who rule the room are the ones who prepared long before they ever entered it. Prepare like a warrior. Execute like a king. That's the Stoic way. That's how you act like the best. Number 7, walk into the room like you belong. Marcus Aurelius reminded us, do not waste what remains of your life in speculating about others. It is not their actions that disturb us, but our judgments about them. Let that sink in. You don't need to overthink what others think. You don't need to analyze the glances, decode the silence, or shrink yourself to fit into someone else's comfort zone. Because here's the truth. You don't need permission to be powerful. You don't need a title to lead. You don't need applause to feel worthy. You don't need to be liked to command respect. You need one thing: presence. And that begins with how you carry yourself. When you walk into the room, walk like you belong. Because you do. You earned it through struggle, through discipline, through quiet work that no one else saw. Let that be your foundation, not ego, but earned alignment. This isn't about arrogance. It's about clarity. It's about knowing who you are, what you stand for, and refusing to dilute it. When you walk with that kind of grounded confidence, people feel it. Energy follows conviction. Power isn't in what you say. It's in how you show up. The look in your eye, the stillness in your presence, the calm in your voice. Fake confidence tries to impress. Real confidence doesn't need to. It's silent. It's still. It's undeniable. And it comes from living in alignment with your values, from knowing you've done the work, from being able to look yourself in the mirror without flinching. That's the foundation of presence. And that's what people respond to. Truth, integrity, self-respect. You don't have to be the loudest voice, just the most certain, because certainty cuts through noise. It commands attention without demanding it. That's how kings move. That's how leaders are made, not by dominating, but by being undeniable. And the most powerful form of confidence is quiet. It's the energy of someone who has nothing to prove, but everything to offer. So, stop doubting your seat at the table. Stop questioning your right to take up space. You belong, not because of what the world says, but because of what you've built within. Your presence is your message. Make it speak loud. Make it speak true. Walk into every room like you belong. Because you do. Own your energy. Lead with your presence. And let the world adjust to your frequency. Number 8. Make your mind a fortress. Seneca said, "No man was ever wise by chance." Wisdom is not inherited. Strength is not stumbled upon. Greatness is not accidental. You build it, day by day, thought by thought, choice by choice. You will be tested. Count on it. Criticized, doubted, misunderstood. The more you rise, the louder the noise becomes. That's the price of elevation. But here's the truth. It's not the noise that breaks you. It's the cracks in your own foundation. So strengthen it. Build a mind that doesn't flinch under pressure. A mindset so fortified, even chaos bows in your presence. How? Feed it daily. Don't let a single day go by without sharpening your mind. Read what expands you. Listen to what elevates you. Write what grounds you. Don't just scroll. Study. Don't just react. Reflect. Your mind is the command center of your life. Train it like your future depends on it. Because it does. The world trains the body. The Stoic trains the mind. The best do both. They don't just show up physically ready. They show up mentally unshakable. Their confidence isn't loud. It's rooted. Their calm isn't weakness. It's control. When the storm hits, they don't panic. They respond. That's the difference between noise and presence, between reaction and strategy. Your thoughts shape your posture. Your posture influences your presence, and your presence shapes how the world responds to you. This is why you don't let garbage into your mind. You don't entertain self-pity, drama, or doubt. Not because you're delusional, but because you've made a decision to be powerful on purpose. When the world tries to invade your peace, retreat inward. When critics bark, stay composed. When circumstances shake, hold the line. You've built this. You've earned this. Your mind is not a playground. It's a fortress. Guard it, sharpen it, trust it. And when life puts you on the battlefield, remember, your strength isn't found in the absence of fear, but in your ability to move forward anyway. That's mental power. That's Stoic fire. That's what separates the best from the rest. So, build your mind like a warrior prepares for war. Train it like it's sacred, because it is. A strong mind can carry you through any battlefield and rise stronger on the other side. Number 9. Act first, prove later. Epictetus said, "Don't explain your philosophy, embody it." The world doesn't need another talker. It needs doers, builders, people who live what they believe, not just post about it. If you want to be taken seriously, don't start with explanations. Start with execution. Stop waiting to be discovered. Stop waiting for permission. Stop waiting for someone to validate your potential. You weren't born to be chosen. You were born to choose yourself. The world will always be late to your greatness. That's fine. Show up early. Act like the best, long before anyone agrees. Real power is silent. It's in your consistency, your effort, your relentless pursuit. While others talk, you're too busy doing. While they doubt, you're too busy building. While they debate your worth, you're making it undeniable. You don't need to tell people you're focused. They'll feel it. You don't need to declare your goals. They'll see them. Your discipline will speak before you do. Your presence will announce what your voice doesn't have to. And when the results show up, they'll speak louder than your words ever could. Don't ask, "Do they believe in me?" Ask, "Am I proving it to myself?" Don't wait for the spotlight. Become so solid, it has no choice but to find you. Act like you already belong where you're going, because that's how you get there. Greatness isn't loud, it's deliberate. It's in waking up early when no one sees. It's in practicing when no one's watching. It's in staying the course when the praise hasn't come yet. And it's in knowing, deep in your bones, that one day it will. So act first, build now. Work in silence if you have to. You don't become the best by shouting. You become the best by showing up every day with the mindset, "I'm already it." Let your consistency make the noise. Let your results do the proving. You don't need to convince anyone. Just act, and eventually, no one will be able to deny it. This is Stoicism Reborn. The world won't hand you power. You claim it. You don't need validation. You move with conviction. You lead with standards. You master your emotions. You expect to win, but stay grounded. You prepare with intention, walk with presence, and build a mind that can't be broken. You act and let results speak. That's the Stoic path. That's your path. This is Stoicism Reborn. If this message hit deep, like the video, drop a comment with your biggest shift, and subscribe for weekly fire that sharpens your mindset and elevates your mission. You weren't made to play small. You were made to lead. So walk like it, speak like it, live like it. Let's rise.